Vanakkam, good morning, how are you? This is Bala. I'm shooting this video in this beautiful outdoor on a Wednesday morning, and you can see and listen the birds, the green all around us, and we would like to bring this environment to your home. So to settle our mind and body, find yourself in a nice seated position, closing your eyes, and listen to my voice and the noise and voice of the birds and nature around me. Don't attach to any particular sound. Like you are just closing your eyes and you start visualizing this world of nature around you, wherever you are. Listening to the parrots, listening to the squirrels, listening to the birds, and recognize that you already always know these sounds, which is very natural to all of us. We would have grown up with this. We would have visited a place like this. And here in Auroville, this could be the possibility every day. Now that your ears are tuned to this video, to the nature around us, bring your focus to your breathing. Inhale as long as possible and exhale as long as possible. Keep your inhalations longer and deeper and exhalations longer and deeper. Bringing our hands in Anjali Mudra, prayer position in front of our heart. Gratitude. Feel the gratitude for your life, for taking this time off for yourself, so that you can focus on yourself, the body, the mind, and the spirit. And in that gratitude, let's begin and end sessions with an Om, inhaling. Bringing our hands to the third eye, the seat of intuition between your eyebrows. Bringing the hands to the level of our heart, preparing your palms. Rub your palms to create some warmth in your palms. Cup your eyes and bring the warm palm to your closed eyelids for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently releasing your hands, opening your eyes. Vanakkam, how are you? This is Bala from Auroville, and I would like to take this moment to invite you to experience this nature. I know you might not be here, but the intention is always to visualize, to feel the presence of nature around you. Today's focus, today's practice will be basic mobility work that can happen in all of the body parts, and towards the end of our practice together, we will also go for a nice simple guided meditation practice. And we start the practice by interlocking the fingers in front of your heart and you are going to rotate your wrist from your strong hand to your weak hand, and your weak hand to your strong hand, and you are going to make a wave from your strong hand to your weak hand, warming up your wrist, warming up your elbow, warming up your shoulders, and your weak hand to your strong hand. And we are going to send the hand spine out of alignment, and we are going to go for sitting camel, opening your scapula, opening your triceps, opening your back. Now stack your spine on top of each other. Try to bring the hands behind your ears. Keep axial extension as if you want your hands to touch the roof, touch the sky. And inhale, chin up. Exhale, chin comes down and hand comes down. One more time, we are going to go for sitting camel, opening your scapula, opening your triceps, opening your back muscles, and we try to bring the hands behind your ears. Axial extension again. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, chin comes down. Keeping the right hand up, drop the left hand. You wanted to have the lateral extension of your obliques. So slide the hand as much as possible and see if you can drop the elbow and looking at your palm. If it is possible, don't collapse your heart. Try to keep the axial extension, keeping the knee down. So we wanted to find this stretch, and we are going to stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Come to center and we send the other hand in, elbows out and axial extension. And maybe if this is where you are, it's a beautiful place. If you can go here and looking at your palm under your armpit for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Come to center. You are going to bring the right hand in. Left hand goes to the outside, opening your shoulders, shoulder blades for 4, 3, 2 and 1. And we go for the other side for 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Releasing the hands. We are going to send the hand in front and we are going to go for ulnar deviation, radial deviation. The movement is happening at the level of your wrist, not at the level of your elbow or shoulders. So try to do this radial deviation and ulnar deviation. If you can do with open fingers, that is good. If it is not available, closed fingers is also perfectly fine. And we are going to see if we have the same mobility in the pronated place. And we are going to do for pronation, supination, pronation, supination, opening your shoulders, opening your chest in pronation, supination. And we are going to stay there for 4, 3, 2 and 1. Keeping the palms up, come to the side, interlocking your fingers one more time. Try to bring the hands behind your ears, open, lifting up. Exhale, chin comes down, releasing the hands, bending the elbow to touch your shoulders for 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Bring the fingers on top of your shoulders and we are going to warm up your shoulders in one direction. Inhale, opening the heart. Exhale, elbows together. And we are going to do 3 to 4 times in this direction. And 3 to 4 times the counter direction. Now that we have a good mobility on the upper part of your body, one of the parts that we have not done is our elbow. Bring your left elbow under your right arm and we are going to gently rotate your elbow in one direction. We did and counter direction. And we are going to open the elbow for 4, 3, 2 and 1. And we are going to release the right hand under your left and we are going to open your elbow in one direction and counter direction. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, one more open, one more close. Releasing the hands. Now that the upper body is done, we can warm up our legs, stretching the leg out. If you are sitting on a cushion, you can still sit on your cushions. We wanted to start by opening the toes, closing the toes, open, close. Try to keep your back straight. You can use your hands in Dandasana if it is needed and possible. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now point the toes, flex the toes, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, one more point, one more flex. Bend the right leg, bring it on top of your left thigh, move your glutes gently to find your sitting bones. If you need to move your muscles of your glutes, move the muscles of your glutes so that you can find your sitting bones. Grab your right big toes and rotate your ankle in one direction and counter direction. By rotating my ankle, you can see that your calf muscle is moving. Calf muscle is the one which moves the venous blood back to your heart. So having a very good calf mobile flexible calf muscle is imperative for a healthy living. And we wanted to point the toes, use the back of the thumb on your heel and gently stretch your toes for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right hand goes to your right knee, left hand goes 45 degree and press the right knee down, opening your hip flexor muscles, and it's a very strong psoas muscle, iliopsoas muscle, so it is very good to always go deeper stretch with that for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I wanted to lift that leg, bring the foot to the inner crease of my opposite hand. Again, I move my glutes, try to keep my back as straight as possible. If this is not there, if this is where you are, you keep this here instead of doing this. Yeah. So you try to keep your back as straight as possible, and we are going to open our heart for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We are going to open the leg and we are going to grab the back of your knee and we are going to stretch the leg for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretching this leg out, moving your glutes in no particular order, bending the left leg, grab your big toes, rotating your ankle in one direction and in counter direction. Ankle mobility plays a very crucial and important role in the overall posture, especially when you are going to stand for a little bit of a time, you are walking, all this comes from your ankle mobility. More mobile ankle, very good posture when it comes to leg. Pointing your toes as much as possible. And from here, left hand goes to your left knee, right hand goes 45 degree and press the knee down, opening your hip flexors 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lifting that foot, bringing the foot to the inner crease of your opposite hand and gently move your hips. And from here, open the leg, knee out, and we are going to stretch, flex, stretch, extension of your knee, flexing, extension, flexing, extend, flex, extend, flex, extend, flex, one more extend, one more flex. Now we have done work on all parts of your leg except for the hips. So we are going to go for some gentle butterfly, Titi Batasana for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We are going to gently releasing the leg. We are going to go in all 4. If you need to give cushions under your knee, always try to protect your kneecap by especially the patella. If you have a weaker knee joint, be mindful. Hip on top of your knee, shoulders on top of your wrist, toes tucked in or tucked out does not make a lot of difference. And we are going to, with an eye of the elbow, this is elbow, this is eye of the elbow. So we would like the eye of the elbow going away from us with a nice protraction, with a nice Mula Bandha. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale cat. Exhale camel. I think I'm the only one who kind of uses this as cat and camel. In most of the people that I come across, they consider this as cow. Inhale cow and exhale cat. And I do the opposite. I do this as cat. It's only names, it's only nomenclature, it means nothing as long as you get the point of increasing the mobility of your spine. One more cat, one more camel. From here, with a nice protracted shoulder, I'm going to release my right hand in front and I wanted to open my right shoulder by creating a bigger circle, and we are going to do it 3 to 4 times. And counter direction. And from here, I wanted to send the hand out and I wanted to thread the needle. As I was mentioning at the beginning of the class, this class focus on the mobility. So we do a bit of dynamic movements so that we can enjoy a very warm body, and in that warm body we have a possibility to stretch. Next time when you come up, keep here. If this is where your position is, try to open as much as possible. The other version, a bit of deeper version, is move the left palm to the in line with your right knee, and you see if you can go a bit more deeper. If you can go deeper, see if you can reverse the thumb and bring the thumb to the inner crease, and you go for a more deeper twist and opening of your chest and shoulders for 5, 4. Keep the vision down. If you this is where your drishti is, you can look in front or you can look to the back. 2 and 1. Releasing your vision down, unwind yourself, and I wanted to go for threading the needle, bringing the shoulder under. Remember, my arms are on the opposite. I continue to keep my hands there, or I lift it to the sky, or I bring it to my inner thigh, and I go even more deeper for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Release the hand next to your face. Use that palm to unwind yourself and releasing this leg and moving the hips in no particular order. Release any strain from your shoulders, shoulder blades, and we go for the other side. And we are going to lift the left hand up, and we are going to start with rotation of your shoulders, counter direction. And from here, if you feel that you already have mobility, move the hand towards the other side and you go up, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Next time you stand here or release the hand to the inner thigh and you go for a nice deeper twist for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Drop your vision, unwind your arms and threading the needle. The other hand can stay there, go to the sky or go to the inner thigh and going for a nice twist at the level of your waist for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Releasing the hands next to your face and gently unwind yourself. Come to the mat, moving your hips in no particular order. Tuck your back toe, push your hips back, child pose. Staying in child pose, my child pose for the moment. I'm keeping like 10 centimeters gap between my knees. You can always close or open as wide as possible. And we stay here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, halfway head up. Slide the hand to the level of your knee. Sit in a comfortable ankle opening position. If this is too much, go on Sukhasana like this. If you can stay in Virasana, Vajrasana, we are going to stay here for next few breaths. Try to keep your back as straight as possible, and we are going to close your eyes. If it feels uncomfortable, you can release the hands to the level of your glutes and staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, opening your eyes, push your hips up. Your knees should be to the level of your hips. You can always open the knees out, toes tucked in to begin with. Use both the hands to the back. Bring your hands, try to keep your elbows as close as possible, lifting the chest. Before I do the back bend, I lift as much as possible and I see if I can drop my head back. Drop the chin in, drop the hips down. I can only stay here, modified Virasana, or I can lift my knees to strengthen my toes, because as I was mentioning, the mobility and the strength of your legs determines your posture. And we stay here for 5, 4, you can always use the hands down, 3, 2, and 1. From here, I drop my hips, open my legs to the width of my hips, and then I try to push my knee out. Some of you might be here, some of you even might be here. And if you are here, give some cushions under your heels, and that should be fine. Opening the hips in Indian squat, Malasana, and we stay here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Planting the palms, squaring the legs, and we start straightening the legs. And we wanted to walk your leg. If this is not possible, release the hands on your ankle and move your hips. You wanted to straighten both the hips, warm up your hamstring. If you can keep the palms down, keep the palms down, maybe fingertips. Try to drop your head as much as possible. And when the time is right, shift weight towards your toes. Don't grip the mat and drop the head even more. We stay here for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, halfway head up. So slide the hand to the level of your shin. Halfway head up, strengthening your lower back. And from here, you can stay here and come up like this to protect your lower back if you have any lower back issue, or if you like to challenge yourself, releasing the hand in front. And from here, gently coming up for a standing position. You should be in Tadasana, mountain pose. The legs are open to the width of your hips, a lot of gap on your toes, your pelvis engaged, relaxed face and shoulders, and we stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing your hands in Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Gently close your eyes for a few seconds. When life takes over around us, we have a possibility to stay on our course by having a sankalpa, an intention, a purpose. The purpose of the purpose is to keep us in purpose. An aimless life is a miserable life. words from mother. So having a purpose of a healthy, happy body could be your sankalpa. And we close our eyes one last time and repeat your sankalpa, whatever positive affirmative statement that you would like to manifest. I am healthy, I am happy, or some examples. And we stay in silence for next few seconds. And when the time is right, releasing the hands. Welcome. So we are done body warm up by the sitting position. Now we continue our flow using sun salutation. We do few sun salutations to open our legs a bit, and then we will just go for a flow that flows through me. I have not planned this class very much because I believe in the process of flow state that becomes possible by having a purpose. Toes going to the head of the mat, toes touching, heels touching. Whether this is, if that is too much, heels can be apart or the whole legs can be apart. That depends upon how mobile your hips are. Inhale, arms up, arch back. Exhale, flex forward. Inhale, right leg back, drop your knee, opening your psoas. Here, if you see, this is a load bearing leg, this is a load bearing hand, this is not load bearing. So, this can be in a place that is comfortable for you, but this one try to be on the palms if that is possible, and we are stretching the psoas of this back leg, planting the palms. Now, this hand also becomes load bearing, so we plant the hand, eye of the elbow facing away, tucking the back toe, lifting the back knee, sending the other leg back in a nice plank position. You can look in front and protracted shoulder, engage leg, engage glutes. 3, 2, and 1. Knees, chest and chin. Ashtanga Namaskar. Slide yourself into a cobra. This is a modified version of the cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, other foot forward. Inhale, arms up, arch back. Exhale, Samasthiti. If you know me, my love for sun salutations, we are also going to do a 108 sun salutations with music. So that would be something that you can always use it when you don't have anything else to do. You can do a few of the sun salutations and that is going to be amazing. With that, left side, inhale, arms up, arch back. Exhale, flex forward. Inhale, left leg back. Drop your knee, opening your psoas. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, send the other leg back into a plank. Exhale, knee, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, other foot forward. Inhale, arms up, arch back. Exhale, Samasthiti. Beautiful sun of Margari morning, actually Thai morning. Inhale up, exhale, flex forward. Inhale, right leg goes back, drop your right knee, and we start pulsating our hips forward and back to warm up your hamstring. And after 5 to 7, keep pushing your hips back, straighten the front leg, and to make more length, wriggle your leg to straighten the leg. And when the time is right, halfway head up and try to bring the chin towards your knee or in the direction for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, halfway head up, slide your leg, pushing the hips up. Now we know that the integrity of this pose is there. Release the middle hand and open your shoulders one more time. Counter direction. And we use the hand shoulder to shoulder for low lunge twist, and look at the thumb for 7. And again, don't go with engage every joint, every muscle, so that you can express the pose for 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Drop your vision, plant your palms, walk the left leg to the outside of the mat. We stay in Ashwasanchalasana. Keep pushing your hips even more, opening your heart, relax shoulder, staying there for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee. We are in this tripod position. You are welcome to stay in the previous position. We are going to do the same but in a different level, different for a bit of a practitioner who has practiced these poses before. And we do the counter pose and we do low lunge. Instead of low lunge twist, we are doing high lunge twist. If this is too much, continue with the previous one. And we stay here for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Drop your vision, plant your palms, keeping the weight on the leg, front leg back, vinyasa of our own choice. Knee chest shin is a possibility, or chaturanga dandasana is a possibility. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes to the sky, staying there for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Swing the right leg between your hands. Exhale, other foot forward. Inhale, arms up, arch back. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, arms up, arch back. Exhale, flex forward. Inhale, left leg goes back, and we start pulsating the hips forward and back to open your hamstring. And with the hips pushed back position, wriggling your leg. And we wanted to bring the chin towards your knee or in the direction for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Inhale, halfway head up, gently slide the leg, push your hips forward, walk the right leg to the outside of the mat, releasing your right hand and opening your right shoulder. Counter direction. And we use the shoulder to shoulder to go for low lunge twist with everything intact, not from here but from here, and we try to open as much as possible as if you want your fingers to touch the roof or the sky for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Drop your vision, plant your palms, tuck your back toe, lift your back knee and ensure that the load bearing hand and leg are in line. Releasing the right hand one more time, opening your right shoulder and counter direction. And we are going to go for high lunge twist, one of my favorite yoga poses, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Drop your vision, drop your palms, send the leg back, vinyasa of our own choice. Inhale up, exhale, downward facing dog. I'm going to lift the left leg up to the sky, staying there for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Swing the left leg between your hands. Exhale, other foot forward. Inhale, arms up, arch back. Exhale, Samasthiti. So this is a simple flow that helps us to open our hips. I'm a person, the more and more you know about me, one of the things that I always preach is progress over perfection. I don't want my yoga class, my yoga practice to look too perfect, because none of us are perfect. My legs are not so straight that I would like to have. So this only proves that there is scope for continual improvement for each and every one of us. So we are going to continue with the same flow. I'm going to change the direction so that my right side will be on the camera. Inhale, arms up, arch back. Exhale, flex forward. Inhale, right leg goes back. Drop your knee and we are going to gently push your hips as forward as possible with a nice open psoas position. One hand, whatever knee is up, that hand stays on the knee. The other hand goes to the back. And instead of elbow here, I would like to keep my elbow facing back so that I can push my hips and lift my chest. The other hand can stay here or it can go for a bit deeper position for 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Drop your vision, unwind yourself, releasing the leg. Now I am releasing my hips and I am sending the back. My leg was on the mat and I am sending out, and I ensure that my knee and toes and heel is in line, and I go for extension on this side. And we are talking about the lateral extension of the obliques for 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Now I wanted to release my right hand in line with my other limbs, and I stay here or I square my leg and I send my leg even more for the lateral extension of the other side for 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. I first drop my vision, bring my shoulders on top of my wrist, hip on top of my knee. If I could manage this, then I wanted to lift the leg up in a moon pose for 7. Keep the vision down, keep the vision in front or looking up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Drop the vision down, drop the back foot. We call this coming up in a nice swing. Bring the leg in, push the hips a bit more to open your psoas. One last time, we are opening the adductor muscles. And from here, I release the hand in the center, bring the back leg in, adjust my front hands, lifting the back knee, sending the other leg, knee, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes back. Bend your knees, stack your hips, looking under your armpit for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Square your hips. Bring the shoulders on top of your wrist, right knee to the top of your right armpit. This needs a very good hip flexion. You can only stay here or bend the elbow and see if you like to go for a simple handstand for 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Releasing the leg, sending the leg up, right foot forward, other foot forward, Inhale, arms up, arch back. Exhale, Samasthiti. The introduction of arm balancing is just to give you a possibility of where you can go from which pose. Arm balancing, for me, I consider that as I'm not a contortionist or a circus practitioner. So that is definitely an asana, but that is not what we are destined to have in an asana practice, in a yogic practice. An asana practice or yogic practice wants to give you this tranquility of being in your body, in joy and in harmony. We are going to continue with the left side. Inhale, arms up, arch back. Exhale, flex forward. Inhale, left leg goes back, sending the right leg to the outside edge, opening your psoas for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now gently coming up, whatever knee is in front, I'm pushing that hip forward. The other hand goes to my elbow and I lifting my chest and I see if I can drop my head back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the vision, planting the foot, keeping the hand here, and now I wanted to square the back leg, my knee, my heel and toes in line, and I gently start opening my adductor muscles and I go for axial extension of my left arm for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the vision and I bring the hands in line with my other limbs. I square my leg, send the heel out, put the pinky toe of the back foot on the mat, open chest, hands to the side of your ears for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I drop my vision, bring the weight. I ensure that my weight is evenly distributed and not only I am lifting the leg, keeping a vision in a place of availability for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I drop my vision, I drop my hand, coming up, pushing the hips a bit more, bringing the hand in, squaring the back leg, tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, send the other leg back, vinyasa of our own choice. Inhale up, exhale, downward facing dog. If this is where you are, this is where you are, and it is a beautiful place to be. If you can lift the left leg up to the sky, this is where you are. If you can bend the leg, open the hips and looking under your armpit, this is where you are. Squaring the hips, bring the shoulders on top of your wrist. This is very important. And then bring the left knee to your left armpit or elbow. You can stay here or you can go for modified Kaudinyasana. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward, other foot forward. Inhale, arms up, arch back. Exhale, Samasthiti. I hope you are in a position to follow me. So, if you have any if you wanted to repeat this, I suggest you to pause the video and repeat, because sometimes practices like this, it looks good if you do it 2 times in a row, so that you have more muscle memory, bringing more muscle memory is assimilating in your body. And with this, we will start slowly winding down this practice today. And we start by inhale, arms up, arch back, exhale, flex forward, open your leg, 20 centimeters, 10-inch gap. If you can grab the big toe, grab the big toe. If it's not possible, keep your hands on your shin and or grab your opposite elbow and go side to side. Maybe everyone starts like this, and if you can grab your big toes, grab your big toes, or if you can bring your palms under your feet, bring your palms under your feet. Uttanasana, start engaging the leg and see if you can drop your face towards your knee or in the direction. Keep weight on your toes and keep axial extension of your spine. You can do yes, no. A very nice hamstring stretch after a nice workout like this for 7. Inhale, halfway head up, plant your palms, gently start dropping your hips. Use the hand to drop your glutes on the mat. Adjust yourself, and we arrived in sitting position. I hope you guys had a good session. As I was mentioning, there is always good to go things twice, and if you are planning to do one more time to recognize, maybe the second time you know the flow, so you can always go a bit more deeper and come back here. Because we wanted to start cooling down by stretching our legs, by going for a bit more of hip opening, and then we go for Shavasana. We start by bending the right leg. Find your sitting bones. If you need to move your glutes, interlocking your fingers. Try to keep your back as straight as possible, shoulders as relaxed as possible, and start lifting the leg towards the sky. Bending the leg at the level of your knee and bringing the foot to the inner crease of the opposite hand, and gently open your hips. And from here, we are going to bring that foot to the inner thigh of the opposite leg. Axial extension, Janu Shirasasana. Go for flexing forward. Try not to arch your lower back. Try to keep your lower back as much straight as possible. If you can interlock, it would be this way, you are welcome to do here, or again, progress is more important than perfection. Inhale, halfway head up, exhale, coming out, stretching the leg, relaxing yourself, and we go for the other side, bending the other leg, interlocking, and we start pushing the leg towards the sky. Always have a smile. Recognize, we were discussing about the gratitude that you have this bit of a time for yourself. You cannot believe or understand how much luxury that is to spend time on yourself. And this is an invitation, but this is not an invitation. This is how you you deserve time for yourself, and that's what I wanted to say. And spending time with your loved ones is yoga. Going for a bicycling is yoga. Doing an asana practice is yoga. Everything else is yoga, because we come from Auroville, and Sri Aurobindo's immortal philosophy is all life is yoga. That is basically spending luxury on yourself, and the most luxurious things ever is your time that you like to spend with yourself, your friends or family. And you can see me on the screen that I am already in Janu Shirasasana. You're welcome to continue doing this. And when the time is right, halfway head up and gently unwinding yourself. How are you, my friends? Hope all are good. Bending the leg, drop your hips, going in a nice bridge pose. First, you stretch the shoulders out because we need a bit of a shoulders in the moment, releasing the hands to touch your heels if that is possible, lifting the hips, interlocking, and we are going to open the shoulders to go for a nice bridge pose. And from here, unwinding yourself. I can already feel the sun directly on my face. So the expressions that I come from the face is not because of many things, it's because the sun is a bit strong already. And that's the beauty of being in a tropical weather. We had this beautiful foggy morning, and now we are enjoying the sun and the outdoor, and it only makes me feel more gratitude for my presence here in Auroville. Drop your right leg to the back, up, left leg back, up, right, left, one more right, one more left, and drop both the legs to the back. And we are going to tuck your toes, send the heel away in a nice halasana, plow pose, and staying there for 7. This is a normal cooling that you do it in my class. If there is anything else that your body wants, please decide to for yourself and enjoy that space and spaciousness of an asana. Your knees to both sides of your ears. For me, I personally like to keep my palms on my glutes so that I'm sure 100% sure that I can unwind very slowly and then releasing the leg. Many people, many processes, and all processes are perfectly fine as long as it gives you the joy. Bring your elbows under your body, palm to the part of your glutes, lift your chest up, opening your chest and drop the head back. Lifting the head, dropping the body, preparing ourselves for figure 4 stretch. Right leg goes on top of your left thigh, right hand goes between your legs, left hand comes from the outside, interlocking your fingers and hug yourself. Again, do these poses in your own time. I'm only giving a reference of how it can be. If there is always something that you can or cannot do, listen to your body. One day things are possible, next day things are not possible. That only defines where you are on that day. It does not define who you are. And when the time is right, reverse the direction. And before we complete Ananta Balasana, happy child, grab your big toes. And when the time is right, releasing the legs in Shavasana. Continue your Shavasana. Allow me to let you relax. Relax the top of your head. Relax the forehead, eyes, eye muscles, eye sockets. Relaxing your face, face muscles, jaws, chin, cheek. Relaxing your shoulders, shoulder blades. Relaxing your chest, back, glute muscles. Relax your arms. Relax your legs. Your whole body is relaxed. And in this relaxed state, you continue to listen to yourself. I invite you to continue listening to the nature that was always accompanying through this practice. Don't attach yourself to one particular sound or noise. You can also hear life happening around us, and that is perfectly yoga as well. And remember that we have the power to show up for yourself any day and every day. And that power is the ultimate luxury that you can ask for. And in that thought, bringing our hands in Anjali Mudra, thanking yourself for being here. And I request you to take a few minutes to find yourself in a nice seated position. Sukhasana, Vajrasana, Padmasana, Swastikasana, any of the asanas that is available for you. And bringing our hands in Anjali Mudra, let's begin and end session with an Om followed by Tri Shanti. Inhaling. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bringing the hands to the third eye, the seat of intuition between your eyebrows. Bringing the hands to the level of our heart, preparing your palms, keeping your eyes closed still, and bring the warm palm to your closed eyelids for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the hands. How are you, everyone? Hope you had a very good time for yourself. That is the intention of this morning, is to recognize the hard work that you are putting and the gratitude that you should, you can, you must, you shall feel for able to take 1 hour, 75 minutes, half an hour, 20 minutes, whatever time slot that you are able to do today morning. Because if you really look at, the class is divided in 3 different parts. One is the warm-up, which is already more than enough for some of you. So the next one, we did a simple flow, and the third stage, we did a bit of an advanced flow. So wherever you are, you know that you can, this class will help you to enjoy your time with yourself. More such videos are being planned. So let's the best way for a practitioner like me is to tell me that, hey, I did your class and this was good, but this was not good. Can you do this? Maybe so by giving me comments, by giving me feedback, I can able to improve. Without feedback, what happens is that it becomes a one-way street, and then I think this is what people want, and if I have a feedback, then I can definitely adjust my course, because the intention for you and me is to be in flow state, not in a rigid flow. Yeah, so I don't want my way of looking at things. I would like this to be in a collaborative way. So please do comment and give me feedback so that we can improve this together. With that thought, Nandri, Vanakkam, and see you soon. This is Bala from Auroville, Pondicherry, India. Thank you and goodbye. Vanakkam.